Douglas, could I say something about format and whatever on this? When Shetland started, there was a different story every week, right? Now we've got one story stretched out over a series, which is 6 episodes. Does that help or does that hinder?
No, it helps us enormously because when it's a 2-hour story, there isn't really any room to kind of explore, you know, character or anything like that. Whereas if you've got one story over 6 hours, you get a lot more opportunity to kind of go into detail of, you know, whatever's happening in a character's life, or, you know, you've got a longer time to explore the story.
Yeah. Could I ask you, can I explore why Jimmy Perez is Perez? Like not McMurtry or O'Hagan or something like that?
Well, I think that Anne Cleves, who you know, invented the character, I think there's a story of a ship in the Spanish Armada that sank off of Fair Isle. And the idea is that some of the sailors who, you know, were rescued and came on board, obviously, you know, stayed and, you know, involved themselves in the communities. And I think Perez that's the result of that.
Very interesting.
How he ends up looking like me, I've less of an idea.
So this, in the start of the new series, episode 1, this is somebody who's from there, has been convicted of murder and has come out of prison.
Yeah.
And then another murder occurs, is that right?
That's correct, yeah. He has his sentence quashed, and so he gets released and decides to come home back to Shetland after 23 years. And of course there's an awful lot of people, including the cop who originally, you know, put him down, and also the murdered woman's twin sister. They're still there, and there's an awful lot of feeling in the island. It's a smallish community who always thought that he should be in prison, and
they
so
believe
aren't
he
that,
did it.
that keen on having him back. So that creates its own problems. And then another person is killed under very similar circumstances to the first. So obviously the finger points at him again.
Yeah.
And that's, you know, the main thrust of the story this time.
If people haven't seen it before, it's easy to
Oh,
get into.